Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. And in this video I'm going to be taking on Guy's Lost Chapter LUFENIA Plus. I am bringing a team of Tidus, Setzer and Cor with a Cloud of Darkness friend and an Ifrit summon. So I'm going a little bit old school for this one, except I can't really call it old school. It's just basically like pre-LUFENIA team. I don't have any burst pluses. I don't have any like actual LUFENIA Plus era characters. I'm just going straight in with this team, and pretty much you can see that the game plan here is going to be follow-up abuse. We've got Cor, and we've got a CoD friend. We're going in for that one, and we're pretty much going to be relying on the fact that Setzer's LD does not tick down in duration when we are abusing follow-up attacks, which is why I brought along Tidus, because he is going to be hogging all of the turns, and even if his damage just drops off a cliff, then guaranteed that Cor and CoD will actually be putting in the work. Of course, I have brought along Jack and friggin' Shantoto for the defense drop, but chances are we're still not going to be doing all that much bravery damage. I can't wait until Bats' burst plus weapon is out so we can start dealing actual bravery damage when the enemies start losing health, because they are really, really chonky in this Luffy plus. I was able to beat it with a team of Zidane, Setzer and Yuna, but that took much longer, and it's very easy to see why Zidane will become neutered in later Luffy pluses, because if he can't deal the bravery damage, then he's not getting his he's not going to be able to get brave gains either, because the brave gain reduction here is absolutely off the charts. Like, your green numbers will just absolutely vanish off cliff unless you've got Ishtar the burst effect active, which of course I don't. So yeah, we're pretty much going to be relying on Setzer here. So let's dive into it. The LUFENIA orb on this one is that the enemy takes increased HP damage from a debuff. So like all your Kurasames, except, oh wait, you can't use Kurasame because the enemy's also immune to imperils. So that's why I've got Gabranth. Like, I probably wouldn't really have used Gabranth otherwise, but in any case I am going in with the Circle of Judgment. So this is just basically going to get the increased damage on the enemies, and I wish that they would take that amount of damage in the entire quest, but yeah, that first turn is pretty much all you're getting in terms of increased, like, you know, remarkable bravery damage, and it just gets worse from here. As you can see, 2500, absolutely pathetic. Okay, so for this first cycle, I'm absolutely going to be getting up Jack first of all, of course. Can't very well not have my Jack debuff up. I'll be doing even less damage. Might as well pop an additional ability here. And let's pop the dive bomb. So that will be our first of many. Let's get on Shantoto's LD and drop that defense. So of course the aim here is not to let the enemies take any turns whatsoever, because, well, one, we don't want them doing anything nasty, and two, we don't want Shantoto's debuff to fall off either. Even though we've got Setzer LD, we only get 4 of those things, and they do not last anywhere near as long in Luffy Plus as they did in regular LUFENIA, so you definitely need to watch out for that. And so there's not really too much to say here because, well, there just isn't, is there? Let's be honest. Of course, Tidus is the master at, like, just taking lots and lots of turns back to back, just suppressing the enemies, monopolizing the turn order, and that's pretty much what we're going to be doing here. So it's okay if you let his winning spirit fall off, if you've got his EX up, because you can just immediately use your EX and, oh, it's back on again. There we go. So that's completely fine, and so I've only got like 2 turns left of Cor's buff, so I'm just going to do one of these, and then one of these, and we'll just keep the train going. So we should probably aim to bring in CoD. Like, I'm gonna let CoD's buff drop off here. I'm gonna let this fall off, and then we'll bring in CoD and we'll start doing some big boy damage. I mean, Cor's not bad himself, honestly. Like, he's pretty good. Oh, I forgot to freeze the bosses. Yeah, about that. Oh well, at least we still deal rainbows. I mean, Cor does. Okay, so the turn bar is now looking very, very nicely stacked in our favour. So let's get the freeze on there with Setzer. Oh, and his turn jumps up, which is absolutely perfect, because here I can bring in CoD after I dump the Reaper's Gale. Guaranteed rainbows. Even better. Yeah, so let's do it. The LUFENIA strats are back. CoD abuse. I think CoD gets an early burst plus as well, doesn't it? So that's going to be interesting. I'm really not sure whether I should actually go for that thing. It might be pretty interesting. Yep. So of course, I would be remiss not to use Setzer LD to get the damage up on CoD. Get the Kuchio train rolling. Yeah, and well, you pretty much guessed what's coming next. Oh, what's that? It couldn't possibly be more Tidus turn stealing, could it? Let's keep an eye on CoD's remaining turns, however. Actually, I really probably should be under Tidus's burst effect for this. So, you know what? Let's let's do something like this. Oh wow, you love to see it. Oh, Tidus. Well, I am going to have to use another dive bomb here, because I kind of fucked this up just a little bit. Okay, can we get the turn order? Yeah. Fuck it, let's go. Let's go. Not going to be taking that launch just yet. I probably should have taken the launch on the LD, shouldn't I? Oh well. Maybe I'll go ahead and do it now. Oh dear, that's pathetic. Come on, Tidus. You can hit better than that. Why am I only getting 15k on a Setzer bravery attack? That just seems all kinds of wrong. Right. And here we are. Guess we got a rainbow on the first hit. Please excuse the vehicles outside. Okay, so is this additional attack from burst effect? Is this an additional turn, extra turn from break? It is. So we can just go ahead and use LD and not worry about getting too many turns. Excelente. Let's EX because don't want to lose a blackjack. And now we pretty much just spam turns with Tidus. And it doesn't even matter if he doesn't have rainbows because CoD does. So this should pretty much be the fight. Maybe Cole will come in at the end. Maybe I'll make a guest appearance. You never know. Oh hell yes! Bullying of the finest order. Yeah, you know what? Let's get our LD, let's get our Setzer LD refreshed.
Ready, go!
So this is the fabled LUFENIA Plus difficulty. I'm sure it gets worse than this in the future, but this is, I will admit, quite satisfying to do. Although this is really more down to team setups than anything else, because like I say, I tried it with Zidane and it was like unexpectedly difficult. Well, not really difficult, but Zidane did end up running dry at the end. Now, I don't have Zidane's burst weapon, I don't have his blue armor, so you know he's not perfect. But I mean, he's good enough. Like he's got his LD and decent arts, so it's just that this boss really neuters brave gains. So like abusing Setzer here for the follow-up attacks really helps get rid of the incredibly high defenses that these enemies have. And we are almost dry on Tidus skills here. He's certainly run out of his burst already, so I might as well do this. And then pop the summon. And as expected, Cor comes in at the end with a guest appearance to just finish off the enemies. We have 3 LDs after all. And good night. Oh wow, a launch as well. Finishing style. There we go. So that's Guy's Luffy Plus. I'd heard something about Agrius maybe being useful here. but I mean, I couldn't really tell over the sight of them just getting destroyed by Tidus. So, and Cloud of Darkness. So there we go. That is going to be my run through of Guy's Luffy Plus. No Burst Plus is required, although I do have Tidus Burst. That thing is. I'm happy to get some more use out of that because I noticed I stopped using Tidus quite so much when Yuna came out. But I mean, Tidus definitely helps here because you can just abuse Setzer and with follow-up characters. Setzer is really one of those characters that's just kind of silly if you use him in the right situations. Like, that LD is just all kinds of broken, and it will just never lose its utility, I think, even in this difficulty. So, thanks everyone for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed, and until the next time, take care, and goodbye.